I'm back with a new Fitbit on my wrist. This is the Fitbit Inspire HR, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you my honest review. I've had this for a couple of weeks now, so here are 3 things that I love and 3 things that I hate about the brand new Fitbit Inspire HR. Welcome back, guys and girls, to another video here on EMKWAN Reviews with me, EMKWAN. If you're new around here, first of all, a big welcome to you all. Please do hit that subscribe button so that you're notified whenever videos or more videos like this go live. And if you're an existing subscriber, thank you very much for your continued support. We're closing in on 100,000 subscribers here on the channel. So just for good luck, smash that like button. So we're going to be talking about the Inspire HR, and over the last couple of weeks this has been consistently on my right wrist. Let's start off talking about some of the advantages, and for me we have to start off the advantages by talking about the design. The fact is that the Inspire HR, if you're looking for a compact kind of not in your face fitness tracker or a traditional looking fitness tracker. If you're like me and you like to also wear mechanical watches on the other wrist, you don't look like somebody who's a weirdo that's got 2 watches on at the same time. This really helps to make this kind of not stand out, so to speak. The other thing from the design perspective is that you have now in this form factor, in the smaller compact form factor, a touch screen. Now there are some issues that I've experienced with the touchscreen. I'll talk about those and the disadvantages, but for now the touchscreen does make life easier. It means that you can actually swipe through to go through different menus. Essentially you've got what I'm going to call like the home screen, which is the middle. At the moment you can customize that with some information, but it has the time on there. So if you swipe up, you'll be able to see certain apps like access exercises, the timer, the alarm, settings, all that kind of stuff. But then when you scroll down, you'll be able to see all your main stats at a glance, and that's really nice to do now with your finger. You've also got on the left hand side a physical button, so when you hard press that, you're able to see how much battery life you got left. The other thing for the design now is the fact that Fitbit have included yet again a new system to change the straps. But I actually like the strap changing system on this. There've been a couple of reviews that I've read online where people are saying it's a little more cumbersome. It isn't, in fact. There are actually spring bars that you can pull down on, and if you do it in the right way, it's actually much more easier and quicker to change the straps now. The second thing that I want to talk about when it comes to the Inspire HR, which I think is a big advantage, is the fact that this is now waterproof. This means that this fitness tracker is okay to be used in the shower. If you're worried about missing steps in the shower, you don't need to worry anymore. You can get this thing wet, you can take it for a swim, and you do not need to worry about the fitness tracker having any issues. There is a swim option on here, but it is slightly limited. You might have to sort of add in more information or specific information in the Fitbit app itself, but for the most part now, this is a great advantage over something like the Alta or the Alta HR. So the third thing that I absolutely love about the Inspire HR is, I think, value for money. There's a lot of functions and features that's packed in at this particular price point. If you're looking for a fitness tracker that just encourages you to stay active, if it's your first time that you're considering buying a fitness tracker, you're looking for something that doesn't give you tons and tons of data, then this is gonna fit the bill perfectly. And I think there are a lot of people that have seen fitness trackers that might be tempted to get a fitness tracker just to encourage them to get off the sofa a little more, just to work out, to know how their sleep is doing, how many steps they're taking. The Inspire HR actually offers a lot of value for the price point, but you're getting a lot for this price point. You're getting access to Fitbit's hardware, which this is for the most part very good at. You're also getting access to Fitbit's software through the Fitbit app, and that goes with every Fitbit review that I've done. I think the app is also one of the major advantages of actually picking up a fitness tracker from Fitbit. The detail that you find in some of the key information is really good with that app. So buying into that ecosystem at this price point is very good. All right, so we've spoken about the good things. Let's talk about 3 things that I absolutely hated about the Inspire HR. And the first one is actually back to the design, back to that screen. Remember earlier on when I was talking about the screen element, one of the things that I just hated about the screen is the fact that kind of Fitbit have teased us a little. They've given us this really nice, what appears to be large screen, but if you look very carefully, you'll find massive bezels at the top and slightly smaller bezels on the side. And it just feels to me like there's been such a waste of screen real estate. It would have been nice to have more data on there, more information at a glance, so that you could easily see more given this size. The other thing about the display is something that isn't actually down to this particular unit, because I've actually seen this on other units as well, and that is sometimes the display can be unresponsive. You've got this touch screen element of it, and to be honest, I noticed it was slightly slow on something like the Versa, but on the Inspire HR, this is even more slower, and on occasions it can be really frustrating because it's just plain unresponsive. And I've had this occasion a couple of times when I was looking to start a workout. If I hold it at certain angles, it's almost like the screen turns off, and I'm not sure why that's the case. I have a feeling that's more down to software perhaps than it is hardware. This is something that really frustrated me about the Inspire HR. The second thing that I absolutely hated about the Inspire HR is the fact that, I don't know, I wish there was more functionality from the device itself. If you look at the Charge 3, there are certain elements that can be accessed, there are certain elements that are included, and Fitbit have a habit of doing this. For some people, for example, GPS, it's not available in this. If you want GPS enabled, you might have to go to another Fitbit device. I don't know, this is a bit of a wishful kind of thinking. It would have been nice for Fitbit to offer various models of this particular model, if that makes sense. So if you wanted GPS, for example, if you wanted access to more functionality, you'd be able to get that, but you may have to pay slightly more to access that in this form factor. For some people, like GPS is important, particularly if they're runners. They might not want to have that on a larger device. They might not want to have to buy a larger device to have that functionality. So it would have been nice to have that in this sort of format. The final thing, point number 3, the third thing that I absolutely hated about the Inspire HR is the battery life. I was really disappointed with the battery life because Fitbit actually advertises as 5 days worth of battery life, and to be honest, I was getting about 4 days worth of battery, so it's slightly less for me and my device than what has been advertised. Now, in the past, battery life on most of Fitbit's devices has been very good. The Ultra HR would give me almost over a week, in fact, before I needed to charge up. Even the Charge 3 felt like it was giving me an extra day worth of battery than what Fitbit had advertised. But with the Inspire HR, over a 3-week period, I found that the battery has seems to be getting lower than what Fitbit are recommending. The other thing when it comes to battery is Fitbit have, in their design wisdom, included yet again another proprietary charger for this thing, and it's magnetically enabled. That magnet isn't as strong as what I would like it to be, because on occasions it's actually come undone, but it just means that you have to carry around another charging cable, and if you're going to go away for, let's say, a week, this thing is not going to hold its charge for a week if you're going to be using it. Alright guys, so those are the 3 things that I love and 3 things that I hate about the Inspire HR. It's kind of a black and white situation in terms of a title, but let me just summarize. I think the Inspire HR for most people is going to offer a great amount of functionality for the price point. If you are one of those people that have been sitting on the fence when it comes to getting a fitness tracker, if for the first time you are thinking seriously about your health, about monitoring your steps, monitoring your calories burnt, monitoring things like sleep, something that Fitbit does incredibly well, and you don't want to pay a lot of money, you don't want to buy something that looks like a smartwatch, the Inspire HR is definitely one of the newer products worth considering. Right, that's it from me for now in this video. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to smash that like button down below, and as I said earlier on, if you're new here to the channel and would like to see more video content like this, please join me by hitting that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm EMKWAN, peace and blessings.